AyeSports. It is the last show of the series. I'm Andy Jackson.
And I'm Stephen Wright.
Coming up, Alex Jones hosts a unique way to find out which nation will be Olympic champion.
We have all the sporting news from the week.
Plus, we'll have all your sporting previews. But first, it was announced on Monday the route the Olympic torch will be taken through our region. The Flame will be visiting all the major places in the area, and we have reporters in 3 key destinations. First up, we have our very own Ash Bevan. The torch will start its 28th day in Gateshead early in the morning.
Thanks Andy, I'm here in Gateshead by the quayside, now on the 16th of June, 6:25 AM. The torch will be making its way through Newcastle, over the Tyne Bridge, where they'll be zip wiring down from the Tyne Bridge, past the beautiful Sage, the Millennium Bridge and the Baltic, before making its way to South Tyneside.
As Ash said, following crossing the Tyne Bridge via zip wire, the torch will leave Gateshead and head east through Hebburn and Jarrow before finally reaching South Shields. AyeSports' Micky Welch is there for us now.
Yes, thanks for joining me, lads. I am actually here in South Shields. Now, as Ash said earlier in her piece, the torch is going to be travelling from Gateshead to South Tyneside. Now, it's going to take a route along Jarrow and Hebburn before heading down past the town hall, along Ocean Road and onto the seafront here. Organisers are saying the best place to view it would be where the finishing line is normally for the Great North Run. Now, the people bearing the torch are going to be inspirational people from South Tyneside. It's going to be then passed on down to Suter Lighthouse before making a beautiful trip along the coastline in Whitburn, and then it's going to end up back where you're sitting in Sunderland.
From South Shields, the torch, which will be accessible to 95% of the UK population, will head down the coast past the AyeSports studio, where me and Steve will wave at it as it passes. It will head through the city centre before arriving at Mowbray Park, where Alex Jones awaits us.
Yes, Andy, thank you. You join me here at a picturesque Mowbray Park in the city centre of Sunderland. Now, as Micky has already said, the torch will be carried down from South Shields across the coast and onto the St Peter's campus, where the AyeSports studios are. After that, it will go onto the Stadium of Light, where Sunderland play their home games, and into the city centre of Sunderland, until it will finally reach here at Mowbray Park, where the runner will be cheered on by hundreds of screaming fans. After that, it will go on to the north-east cities of Hartlepool and Middlesbrough, where the north-east stint of the Olympic torch relay will end. After that, it will go on to Yorkshire and then finally down south. That's all from me. I'm Alex Jones for AyeSports.
As Alex said there, once leaving Sunderland, the torch will pass through Durham and Hartlepool before going to Middlesbrough, before leaving the region ahead of the games, which starts in 126 days. Now there is time for your sporting news from the week. Bolton midfielder Fabrice Muamba has made great progress in recovering after suffering cardiac arrest last Saturday, according to the player's father and fiancée. However, Muamba remains in intensive care, and his dad still says there is a long road to recovery.
Jenson Button won the first Formula 1 race of the season in Australia. The plucky Brit finished ahead of Red Bull's Sebastian Vettel and teammate Lewis Hamilton, who finished second and third respectively.
Carlos Tevez inspired Manchester City's comeback against Chelsea last Wednesday. Tevez came on while City were 1-0 down, but won the game 2-1. Tevez hadn't played for City since refusing to come off the bench against Bayern Munich in October.
Kell Brook carried on his imperious form by beating Matthew Hatton last weekend. Special K won on a majority points decision.
Hundreds of Sunderland fans queued outside the Stadium of Light to get tickets for their FA Cup replay against Everton. If the Black Cats win next Tuesday, they'll face Liverpool in the semi-finals at Wembley.
The kit Team GB will wear at this year's Olympics was announced yesterday. As you can see, the kit is indigo blue and inspired by the Union Jack and is designed by Stella McCartney. She's even included some stylish red shoes.
As mentioned earlier, there's 126 days to the Olympics. However, which nation will be top of the medals table come the end of the games? Well, our very own Alex Jones took Calum, Ash and Micky earlier in the week for a very unique AyeSports prediction special.
Well, as you know, the Olympics, the biggest sporting event of all time, is being held in London this summer. Now, to decide who will come top of the medals tally, we've come to team member Ash Bevan's house to have a very unique prediction special. Hello Ash, we've come to cook.
Come in!
So we've got 3 countries vying to be top of the medal table at the end of London 2012. We have the USA, China and the UK. And to predict who's going to be top of that table, we're going to have a cook-off, with Micky cooking for the USA, Calum cooking for China and Ash cooking for the UK.
Born in the USA, I was born in the USA, I was born in the USA, born in the USA.
Now then, whilst they're cooking, I'm going to prepare my sauce. Now, one thing that Americans are always famous for is preparing for competition. Now, over the past few Olympics, the Americans have indeed become unstoppable. But there is a little country called China which is creeping up, and they are going to be trying to compete with the Americans for glory.
I've got a slight problem. I haven't plugged it in. Big tip, when boiling kettle, plug it in. See, because it's for Alex Jones, done an A. And that is how you successfully cook sweet and sour sauce on noodles.
We'll pick that up later, but now it is time for our sporting previews. Sunderland will look to bounce back from their defeat against Blackburn with a win against resurgent QPR. QPR themselves came back from 2-0 down to beat Liverpool on Wednesday. Meanwhile, James McLean has signed a new contract at the club to keep him there until 2015.
Newcastle United travel to West Brom on Sunday. The Magpies have only won one of their last 5 games, which is a stark contrast to West Brom, who've only lost one of their last 5 games. Newcastle could welcome back Cheick Tiote, who's missed the last week's win against Norwich with a hamstring injury.
Middlesbrough will be looking to get back to winning ways this weekend as they face Bristol City. Borough lost convincingly to Birmingham last week but earned a hard-fought 1-1 draw with West Ham.
In League One, Hartlepool have to travel to Yeovil on Saturday. The Pools have not scored in any of the last 4 games, but will look to right that wrong this weekend.
In non-league football, the games are getting bigger and bigger for Gateshead and Darlington. In the race for the playoffs, Gateshead play 15th place Tamworth, while in the battle for survival, Darlington travel to Kidderminster.
It could be another trophy-winning weekend for the Newcastle Eagles. However, they will have to overturn a first-leg defeat against the Plymouth Raiders in the BBL Trophy. Meanwhile, after a 3-week break, Newcastle Falcons return to action in the Aviva Premiership. They face Worcester tonight.
Now it is time to return to the AyeSports Prediction Special. Where we left it, Micky had made some American wings and Calum had made some Chinese noodles. Now it is back to the action where Bevan is in the kitchen cooking a classic British dessert.
Hi, I'm Ash Bevan and I'll be representing Great Britain in this cook-off. Now there's nothing us Brits love more than a good hearty cake. Now with caster sugar, flour, eggs, butter and the special ingredient golden syrup, I'll be making a good hearty syrup sponge.
Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova, a champagne supernova in the sky.
Competitors have finished cooking their dishes. Micky, what have you cooked up for us today?
Alex, I've cooked you my take on American chicken wings, and I'm not going to lie to you, if we had smell-o-vision, you'd be blown away. They smell phenomenal.
They do smell pretty good.
And I've made you a nice little dipping sauce, which is very spicy. However, that is how the Americans like it, hot.
Well, I'm going to try one right now.
Yeah, I'll hold that for you. As you can see, Alex is picking up a wing there,
Hands in.
and he's biting it.
Mm-hmm.
And first impressions of
Very
the
nice.
wings? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Try a little bit of the sauce on, that's quite nice.
Good idea, Micky. Good idea.
You're welcome.
Rip it off, actually.
Yeah. As Alex does this, I'll describe how the Americans will win the Olympics. With food like this, and with a country so big and so strong and powerful, there's only one winner in the Olympics and probably in this cookery competition.
And with a dish like that, they're going to come very close indeed.
Back
Very
to
nice.
Alex.
Okay, Calum, what have you cooked us?
Well, they say don't judge a book by its cover, and I feel today is a good time to use that quote. Handmade noodles with handmade sauce, sweet and sour. It did look nice, and you know you've mocked it already. I feel you've let yourself down, but like China, the underdogs, just have a little bit.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, mate, I don't really want to taste any because it doesn't look very nice.
Yes, but you know what? Just try some.
Try a little
and
bit.
you know what? This is how Ainsley Harriott started. No one liked his food until they tried it.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just
think
made
that's a lie.
that. Just made that fact up. It's a beautiful bit of food. It's a beautiful bit of. See, look, it's overwhelming in his mouth right now. The magic, the taste. It's not bad, is it?
It's you know, it's better than I thought it'd be.
That's what they always say.
But yeah, I'm gonna say, you know, stick to your day job.
I haven't got one.
Guys, describe your dish for me.
Well, you've definitely saved the best till last. And as Calum said, don't judge a book by cover. Judge a book by cover. Look how beautiful it is. It's a British sponge pie.
It does look very nice.
Have it. I'll let you describe the greatness. It's a bit sticky, but moist. It's lovely.
It does look moist.
It's. I'll let the silence.
Very nice.
Yeah?
Very nice. Okay, so I've tried all 3 dishes and I've come to a decision about my prediction of who's going to win the Olympics. Based on these dishes, I'm afraid third in the medal table will have to be China.
It's lovely. Look.
China will pick up coming third in the medal table with those type of noodles on display. Second, very hard decision. Both the other dishes were fantastic, but I've had to say second in the middle table will go to the USA. Wings. Micky, how do you feel about the decision?
I think it's a travesty, to be honest with you.
Obviously not very happy, but first, and I'm proud to say, top of the medal table for the London 2012 Olympics will be the home nation, the UK.
Yes!
How do you feel about your victory, Ash?
I put a lot of work into this. I think a lot more work than China and America, so definitely. Yeah.
Well, that's the decision. I'm happy with it. Hope you're happy with it at home. Back to you in the studio, guys.
Cheers, guys. And on that note, we end today's show and this series of AyeSports. Thank you for watching this week and for watching any of our other 12 episodes over the course of the series.
We'd also like to say thank you to everyone who's contributed into making this show what it is.
However, this is not the end of AyeSports. We'll be back for our radio show this Monday, and you can still catch up online via Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.